told you not to try and figure out your income tax yourself?
I can do it, Alice. I can do it if it wasn't for you. I told you I got this alphabetical folder to put all the bills in. I look in here and there's one piece of paper in there. And what do you think it says? It's a recipe for crab meat upside down cake.
Now listen here, Ralph. I put all the bills right over there on top of the bureau in a very neat pile.
Oh, yeah? Sure. They're in a neat pile, all right. Beautiful pile. I went over one of these papers 48 times before I found out it was an old bowling score. Now, what is an old bowling score doing in a pile of bills?
I told you don't yell at me. I'm not one of your bus passengers, you know. And furthermore, you don't have to be going through all of this stuff. My brother said he'd do this for you for $1.
What does your brother know about income tax? He doesn't even have an income.
Oh, yes, he does.
Yeah, but unemployment insurance isn't taxable.
Don't you talk about my brother. You're no howling success, you know. You and your $42.50 a week.
Will you shut up, the neighbors?
$42.50 a week. $42.50 a week.
One of these days, boy. One of these days. Pow! Right to kiss. Do you want the neighbors to hear everything? Do you want my salary to leak out?
Your salary couldn't even drip out.
Don't stain me, Alice. Don't stain me, because I'm already stained.
And I'll tell you something else. You know, I didn't have to marry you, Ralph Cramden.
Yeah?
I was already engaged to somebody else when I met you.
Is that so? I happen to have met that no-account bum that you were engaged to. Oh, boy. There was a soul. Why didn't you marry him?
Everybody thinks I did.
Your information, kiddo. My $42.50 would be plenty if it wasn't for your extravagance.
My extravagance? I want to tell you something, Ralph Cramden.
Yeah?
Last week I went to the butcher's and I bought a leg of lamb. The following day we had roast lamb. Then we had lamb stew. Then we had cream lamb. Then last night you had lamb croquettes and I put the rest of the lamb in your box luncheon for today. And this'll show you just how extravagant I am, my good man. What do you want me to do with this? Take it back to the butcher and find out the trade-in value on it?
I applaud you. I applaud you. The first lady of the land. They should have made you Secretary of the Treasury. You're so smart. Sit down here and help me with the income tax form.
All right.
Just let's take it calm and cool with no arguing, just for about 5 minutes.
All right, Ralph.
It's as simple if you go about it right. They're very plain and understandable. I think that lamb's ready to go. All right. It says here, take item 5 or item 6 if you're married. However, if you've already deducted on item 2C, take some total of deduction and enter it on page 4, item B. Then you add the totals and you enter it as item indicated in item A.
Got the answer?
Are you kidding? I'm dropping dead from the question.
I don't know what's wrong with you, Ralph. An idiot could figure that out.
Don't worry, I'll get it. Let's see. Let's skip that for a minute. We'll look at deductions. Here you are, bad debts.
We can't claim any bad debts. Everybody that owes us money's paid us back.
Well, business losses.
And you haven't had any business losses.
Here's something we might be able to claim. Losses due to fire, theft, hurricanes, or explosions.
Ralph, we can't claim that either. In this house, we have not had any fires, thefts, hurricanes, or explosions.
I guess I'm just about the unluckiest guy in the world. Well, I don't know what to do. Taxes the way they are. Everything costing what it costs. 79 cents for a dozen eggs. Why should a dozen eggs cost 79 cents? It takes a hen no longer to lay a dozen eggs than it did when they were 30 cents a dozen. And there's another. That perfume I got you the other day. I had to pay a 20% luxury tax. Not only that, but I had to pay a city tax, a county tax, a state tax, and a federal tax. If I hadn't bought you that perfume, the whole country would have gone broke.
Oh, what do you being so pessimistic for? Prices are coming down. You know, the butcher told me just the other day the price of milk is coming down.
That's what you said. That's what he says, and that's what the farmer says. But have they checked with the original source, the cow? No, sir. I defy anybody to bring milk down if the cow wants to keep it up. Well, I don't know what to do. The way I figure it out, I gotta send them $15. Where am I gonna get $15?
Don't look at me. I haven't got it.
What do you say, Ralphie boy?
Hey. What? You want to do me a favor? Will you lend me $15?
Gee, Ralph, I'd like to help you out, but yesterday I bought a present for Trixie. I spent my last cent. You know how it is with women. Once in a while, you gotta buy them a present to prove you still love them.
What'd you get her?
No broom. What do you want the $15 for?
Well, I'm figuring out the income tax, and the way it comes out, I gotta send the government $15. I don't understand it. I still have to send them $15 after all of that stuff they withheld out of my salary. You know, sometimes I wish they'd keep my salary and let me take home the withholding.
Well, don't complain. Everybody's got to pay taxes. The government tries to be just as fair as they can.
That's right, Ralph. You got the wrong attitude. The government tries to be very helpful. Take this here, joint income tax. That's very convenient.
What's convenient about joint income tax?
Well, that way, both the husband and wife can go to prison together.
You are a mental case. You were ready for Bellevue.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe you don't have to send the government $15. Let me see now. Maybe there's some deductions you didn't deduct.
I looked at everything. There's no deductions.
How about medical expenses?
It says here, you're only allowed to deduct from your medical expenses if your doctor bills amount to over 5% of your total income for a year. I'd have to get some very serious illness to do that.
Well, maybe if you're lucky, you can catch pneumonia before March 15th.
Now, what makes you think I could catch pneumonia? I'm perfectly healthy.
That's the best time to catch pneumonia. You got better resistance. Listen, after you're through with this, come on upstairs, we'll play some pinochle.
How can I play pinochle? I just told you I haven't got a cent.
Come upstairs anyway. I'll play solitaire. You can watch.
He's due any day. Well, I gotta have $15, and I ain't got $15.
Wait a minute. Didn't I see you put exactly $15 in the sugar bowl for that new bowling ball you're gonna get?
Yes, you did. And I'm going to use the $15 to get the new bowling ball, too.
You are?
Yes, I deprived myself of a lot of things to get that bowling ball, and I'm going to get it. Come in.
Oh,
Hello, Alice.
good evening.
Hello, Ralph.
Hello, Bob.
I was just coming down the hall, and I thought I heard somebody in here.
Yeah. Make Father a cup of tea or something.
Oh,
No, don't bother, Alice. I can only stay a minute. I'm afraid that every time I see you, I'm always asking you for money, and I'm afraid that's the purpose of my visit again. You see, this time I'm collecting to aid the hungry and the homeless abroad. No doubt you're aware that people in other countries are not as fortunate as we are here. We, who by comparison have so much, should share a little with those less fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, $15.
Thank you, Ralph. God bless you.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
thank you.
Of course, this doesn't get you out of coming Sundays.
Oh, no, I'll be there. Don't worry.
Well, Ralph, you gave the father our $15. What are we going to do about the tax?
I'll get it some way. I'll do an extra shift down at the bus depot. You know something? I didn't mean that before, what I said about income taxes. Boy, we should give everything to the government, especially this government. We're living in a great country. This is the greatest country in the world. We got parks for the kids. Everybody's free to say what they think, do, and please. It's a great place. You know something? We're pretty lucky, even though we didn't have a hurricane, a fire, or an explosion.
You know something, honey? I love you.
Baby, you're the greatest.